Temperatures here regularly plunge to minus 90 degrees Celsius. Factor in windstorms ripping across the ice at 300 kilometers per hour, and you have a landscape that actively rejects human life. Despite being encased in ice, Antarctica is technically the driest desert on Earth. It averages only 51 millimeters of annual rainfall. That extreme isolation fuels an endless stream of internet speculation. Forums are filled with theories about hidden ancient cities and rivers flowing with blood. Satellite imagery frequently circulates online, with enthusiasts pointing to anomalous shapes on Google Earth as evidence of hidden UFO bases. These viral mysteries often overshadow a massive logistical buildup that has been quietly accelerating for decades. This map shows how the continent is carved up and claimed by multiple nations, from France and Norway to Australia and Chile. This territorial interest dates back to at least 1939, when the German military used the Schwabenland ship to catapult seaplanes into the air, dropping flags to mark the landscape. Today, nations like the US, Russia, and China maintain a permanent structural presence along the coastline. While these outposts are designated as scientific research stations, they require state-level funding and logistics that mirror military deployments. The billions spent on these remote outposts are a down payment on a specific set of hidden resources poised to define the global economy. Humanity has been tracking this landmass for centuries. Aristotle hypothesized a mirror globe continent to balance the north, and 7th century Maori legends described a frozen land at the bottom of the world. In the 18th and 19th centuries, formal naval expeditions began. Captain James Cook was forced back by lethal sea ice, leaving Russian explorer Fabian von Bellingshausen to log the first confirmed sighting in 1820. Reaching the interior proved fatal. In 1911, British explorer Robert Falcon Scott trekked 400 miles into the continent, only for his entire team to die from starvation and storms on the return journey. After World War II, the race intensified. The Soviet Union moved heavy tracked vehicles and specialized aircraft onto the deep ice to establish a foothold. This historical record proves the continent was never viewed as just a scientific curiosity, but as a high-stakes imperial prize. Modern geological surveys show exactly what these nations were after. Fossilized wood and warm-weather insects prove that 90 million years ago, this white wasteland was a dense, lush jungle. Beneath 3 kilometers of solid ice lie 400 subglacial lakes. These isolated environments house entirely unique ecosystems, including giant sea spiders and transparent jellyfish. The blood falls that puzzle many observers are the result of a hyper-salty subterranean lake trapped deep below the surface. As the diagram shows, when this iron-rich water travels up the channel and hits atmospheric oxygen and sunlight, the iron oxidizes. It turns a deep rust color. Many of the UFOs spotted by amateur observers are actually classified military and political air operations conducted by superpowers maintaining their presence. These geological anomalies point to a complex underworld, one that contains massive subterranean wealth. Under the 1969 Antarctic Treaty, the continent is legally reserved for shared scientific investigation. Resource extraction is strictly prohibited. But the stakes changed in 1992 when a U.S. Geological Survey discovered reserves containing 500 billion barrels of natural gas and oil. While oil was once the primary focus, superpowers have transitioned their interest toward a different class of minerals. They are hunting for rare earth minerals like osmium, praseodymium, terbium, and dysprosium. These are the core requirements for building electric vehicles, advanced batteries, and military technology. The nation that controls these subglacial mineral reserves will exert significant influence over the technological economy of the next century. The Southern Ocean, which absorbs 15% of the world's carbon emissions, acts as the primary gateway to these resources. Global warming is now rapidly stripping away the continent's protective ice barrier. This thaw simultaneously opens new maritime trade routes and uncovers the literal rock containing the continent's mineral wealth. China and other powers are currently expanding their facilities, building directly onto this newly exposed rock to secure their positions. The race for the pole has become a calculated struggle for influence, where the disappearing ice dictates the timeline for global supremacy.